Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about preparations and bucking in your route back and getting home in a survival situation. Be right back with you. So, as you see, this is how a lot of people typically dress for work. Okay, not everybody, and not necessarily myself, but just for example, we're going to start off like this right here. So let's say you're at work and you take the train home, or you drive home, or you take a ride with a friend home, and something happens that ends all that. You need to get from work to home. That may be a 30-minute drive, which turns into a 2 to 3 day trek. Okay, but you're dressed like it's right here. Are you prepared? Well, what's important is making sure you have something and a plan to get home. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be dressed like it's right here. So what you need to do is have some alternate clothing ready and your kit ready with a basic amount of supply to get you from A to B, which is home, in that 2 to 3 day period. The reason why I'm saying this, you probably have to walk because the train service is down, the roads are blocked, your ride is no longer around. So now you're going to have to hump that distance. Okay, so how can you do that? Well, first you have to start off by being prepared. So let's get prepared. Well, as usual, this button's not working, and I don't know why. Anyway, be right back with you. So welcome back. Well, we've gotten out here. We've gotten away from where we work, and usually what I do is I carry a bag with me, like this backpack you see here on my back, and I have that sort of in my car ready to go, and along with some different clothes, different shoes, that kind of stuff. And what I do is I change out of the clothes that I had for work into some more outdoorsy type clothes. Now, what I'm going to avoid are going to be bright colors, this kind of stuff, because you're going to want to be able to blend in. Okay. And I'm talking about blend into nature, but also blend into man, because you're going to probably be in the middle of a city or something like that where you're working, or some town, and you need to get out of there. So you're going to want to first, you want to be able to dress down a little bit, get into some comfortable hiking clothes, because you're going to be hiking, you're going to be moving. Okay, and you want to get into some stuff that's going to be able to support you and sort of keep you more of the gray man. So we'll see more of that, how I'm dressed and what I've carried with me. And then what you're going to do is, probably, if it's going to take you more than 24 hours to get home, okay, first thing you're going to do is going to get clear of where you're at. Okay, you want to get to your first place, and you can probably get clear of it and then hike the entire night to a certain point. And what you want to do is that next day, this first point of maybe 3 or 4 references that you have, I have 2 or 3 routes planned out that I can take. None of them are on roads, and if they are, they're on back roads, really back roads or trails. And I avoid population, avoid being around people as much as possible, and built up areas. So you're going to avoid all that, because everybody else in a panicky mode or whatever's going on, you don't know, are going to be in these areas. So what you want to do is you want to get away from them as quick as possible and get out. So that first, whatever time you leave from your work, and you can get as far away from the city center, and get out to a place that you've already predetermined on your map, and there you set up your camp or your hide location for the first day actually. So you're going to be moving as much as possible. Let's say you just got to work and just started up, okay. So you're going to be moving around very, be careful moving around during the day. You may even find that it's better just to hide up in parking garage or in your office or something like that for the day, and then move out that night, because you want to definitely use the cover of darkness to move. And if any of these routes that you have, hike them, take a Saturday, go into work and walk out as far as you can that first day, Now, remember, at night it's going to be slower, but you're going to get to your first hide point, your first hide location, your sleeping or your laying up point, okay, and you're going to conceal yourself at that location. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to talk more about that in the next part of this video. So keep following along. Talk to you later. Before this video continues, I'd appreciate if all of you please subscribe to my channel, share with your friends and enemies, leave a comment down below and give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it, and I hope to hear from you soon. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. So I've gotten out to my hide site, and the first thing I'm gonna do is be quiet. I'm gonna slip in. I'm gonna stay. I've chosen this site right here for several reasons. My LUP, my lying up position, and one of the first things I've done is that it is a concealed area, lots of foliage around me, and some place that I know the routes to get in, and any ways to come in, I'm going to keep my eye on those. So there's a road. It's several hundred meters to my south here, well, actually to the west from here, and then there's another road several hundred meters to the south from me. And so just to the east of me is a creek, actually, so I can obtain water. This spot right here has no view from the road. You can't see it from the road and from any direction. And if someone was to come out here, they'd have to be able to be looking for it. Now, this camouflage, this is an Australian camouflage basha. I've got it set extra low to the ground, as you see, and this is the way we did it in the Army anyway, but this is basically how I set it up. It will do several things. It's going to camouflage, conceal my position, and it's going to protect me from any kind of weather, and it's going to keep me lower to the ground, and because it's going to protect me from the wind and the weather, it's going to act as a cocoon that's going to hold in the heat a lot better. Now inside my backpack, you see I stow away my gear immediately once I get it set up, and I've jumped into either a green or a gray or a camouflage jacket. Now you hear, this is what you could possibly hearing during this time. You could hear conflict, okay? Because it could be something like that, and that's something you want to avoid altogether if you're trying to get home, okay, to your family. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'll lie up here all day, and then when it gets close to the evening, I'll completely get all my gear back together, and then I'll head out in the direction that I'm heading to get home. I have also in my backpack, I have some food in there and water, and I have some this is all very compact stuff. I have the 10 essentials with me. I have light, I have map and compass, and I have something to keep me warm. Instead of having a big heavy jacket, I have a swagman in there, like a poncho liner I can wrap up in and walk around if I need to. I can also sleep inside of it, which is why I've got it with me. I've got this waterproof jacket, this windproof jacket right here I can put on. I can put it over my feet if I think my feet's getting colder, and that's usually what happens anyway. And I have a stocking cap in there also, but I have a camouflage hat with me also. The reason why I chose green, because most of the foliage is green up high, and down low it's going to be more of these clear colors actually. And here you see it's a good mix of browns actually. So a brown tarp would actually work very well here. A South African Nutra colored brown tarp would work very well here. I also have other items in there that I may need, and one thing I do suggest is that you make sure that keep your telephone, your mobile phone, make sure you turn off all the notifications, okay? You want to conserve as much of your batteries, keep it in your jacket where it's going to stay warm, and there we go, fighter jets flying over, this kind of stuff. And also you want to keep down noise and light. So you need to have a red lens flashlight on you, so that if you were to need a flashlight at night, working your way through, you can do that. But like I said, you're primarily going to be moving at night and resting during the daytime. Now, if I calculate this right here, it's about a 45-minute drive to Lausanne, Switzerland, from where I live. And there are lots of little small villages on the way up, but there are also lots of forested areas. So the idea is to go ahead and recon those areas if you can, see what's out there, how far they are from civilization, and good lying up places, LUPs that you can go into and you can hide in, during the night. Now, you're going to want to choose an area that's you can't directly see, but you also, a good thing is go back to the infantry manual, the U.S. Army, or the Ranger handbook, and that is find a location that is really just shitty location where people are not going to visit, like a swampy area, wet area. And if you need to, bring you a hammock, and you can tie a hammock up just above the ground, get you some concealment over it. Some little compact hammock that you can sleep in, or be ready to sleep on the ground. You can always cut you some spruce trees. Now, something I forgot at the home, I wanted to show you guys. It's a good little tool to bring with you, and that's a pair of secateurs actually. That's for using in the garden, for cutting plants and that kind of stuff. You can use that to quickly cut branches if you need to help camouflage your position or camouflage yourself. Just to throw up like a little small wall for the night or something for the day, so that people, if they were to walk through here, because you might not be the only person doing this. Never suspect that you're the only person who's going to be trying to do this, you know. But the big thing is you want to get yourself down, get yourself, you know, under your protection, get some sleep, get some shut eye, keep an ear open, you know, and avoid any kind of noise. And don't cook. You're going to have to bring some stuff with you that's pre-made, that's ready to eat, like granola bars and snacks, just kind of like that. Have that stuff ready in your pack and have enough ready to get you, because you'll need those calories to be moving all night, you know, and you're going to be working, you know, so it's going to be slower at night, of course, but you're most likely to see danger, because quite often danger usually uses a flashlight or makes a lot of noise at night. You can tell the animals from the humans, but you also have to be wary. So that's another point to bring up. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video. Now I'm going to hide up in here for the day, and tonight I'm going to move back out on my way. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment down below, and share with your friends and enemies. And I'll be making more of these kind of videos as time goes on, things you can do to help conceal yourself. And as you see, I'm wearing a pair of gray pants, and I just thrown over this camouflage shirt. I have my gloves in my pocket. I'm not wearing a bunch of crazy stuff, but it's quite lightweight, windproof, some rain resistance right here also. Something I can quickly stuff in my bag, because look, I don't want to be carrying you know, 15 kilos worth of gear, you know, or 35 pounds worth of gear. I want to carry the minimum of the minimum, but yes sir, of course I'm going to carry the 10 essentials and a few extra things on top of that. Okay, so be prepared for 72 hours if that's how far it is from where you live. And and if you're in a place where you can carry a concealed weapon, carry that with you also, because you never know. But hope you all the luck. I hope this helps you, and I'll talk to you very soon. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye. Anything else I want to add to this video? So I hope you didn't already turn it off. Is when you set up your camp or your bash shed and this kind of stuff, repack your rucksack. And anytime you pull something out, you repack it. The reason why you want to do that is in case you have to run very quickly. Okay. So, and if you have any patches and that kind of stuff, any kind of colored stuff on patches on your gear, take it off. Okay. Because it's just going to, you know, bring attention to yourself, and you don't want to do that either. You want to remain the gray man, because you may have to you may come in contact with people. So, but to make sure, and also practice putting up and taking down your hooch a lot, because you need to be able to put it up and take it down very quickly. So you hear some noise and you gotta get hidden. Okay, you gotta get out of there. You don't want to leave kit behind. This does two things. And one, you've lost a piece of kit that you really need. And the second thing is that you know, that can be used against you. Okay, that can help maybe in them finding you. Okay, or know where you were at. You're gonna leave enough of your DNA around anyways, not a question of that. It's just a matter of you don't want to lose whatever gear and kit that you have. So, and dress down when you walk around. You know, you don't want to be all camouflaged up, because people will take memory of that, and that's what you want to avoid also. If you are around people, you know, you want to just sort of blend in and keep moving on. So don't look too military. That's why I wear gray pants, maybe a black t-shirt, or a gray t-shirt or a green t-shirt, but something not too bright, you know, or a brown t-shirt, you know. Don't look too military, but you want to be able to slip in and out of people, crowds, this kind of stuff. So anyway, thanks a lot. I'm glad you held on. Talk to you very soon. Goodbye.